Thank you very much. Please, let's take our seats. Did we get it right this time? Mr. Mark Harris, in absentia, Senior Vice President, General Tax Counsel, the Coca-Cola Company. I'm now told it's called the Coca-Cola System. Mr. Sunil, Chief Executive Officer, Coca-Cola Beverages Africa. Ambassador Whitman, the U.S. Ambassador to Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, first, I take this opportunity on behalf of my delegation to sincerely thank James Quincy, who understandably could not be here today, and his team for the warm welcome to this very renowned company. In fact, for a moment, I was explaining earlier that for a moment, I thought Coca-Cola was a Kenyan company. Because when we grew up, things went south and somebody cried. The best way to stop them crying was to say, we'll buy you a bottle of Coca-Cola. And so I'm delighted to visit the place where Coca-Cola Company, a leading global brand, was born 138 years ago. Some 76 years ago, the Coca-Cola system launched its operations in Kenya by setting up a production bottling plant in our capital city, Nairobi. Around that time, our freedom fighters were launching a collaboration with progressive American leaders and champions of civil rights movements, which would lead to formal diplomacy in 1963 and a strong partnership founded on shared values, which endures to date. The history of Coca-Cola and Kenya is therefore intimately intertwined with the history of our growth and also our development. Coca-Cola and its authorized bottlers in Kenya, namely Coca-Cola Beverages Kenya Limited and Coastal Bottlers Limited, have phenomenal growth in non-alcoholic, ready-to-drink beverages industry. Today, they employ 3,000 directly and indirectly support 37,000 others. Additionally, the bottlers have invested nearly $400 million in new state-of-the-art production lines and other inputs in the past 6 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the Coca-Cola system has been a strong supporter of Kenya's environmental and humanitarian efforts. In 2020, for example, US dollars 1.6 million to the Upper Tana Nairobi Water Fund, enhancing conservation, for which, as government of Kenya, we are truly grateful. In 2022, Coca-Cola launched the Coca-Cola Integrated Drought Response Project, contributing half to drought mitigation efforts in Kenya. And amid the COVID-19 pandemic, in partnership with and Health Africa, it reported and it supported PPE manufacturing, empowering young women to produce affordable masks and distributed nationwide, reflecting both corporate social responsibility and efficient business practices. Finally, I appreciate the company's continental initiatives, especially the Replenish Africa initiative, which is dedicated to improve and sanitation for about 6 million people across our continent, including in Kenya. It is also important to mention support for Project Last Mile, which facilitated COVID-19 response and vaccine distribution in remote African areas, supply chain, logistics, and marketing capabilities. Who knew, for example, that the distribution of drink would one day become a health logistics facility? In April, during AMCHAN Kenya's summit, I met with Coca-Cola Africa's leadership, led by Ms. Luis Ortega. This provided me with the opportunity to acknowledge the company's role and assure its leadership of the government's commitment to policy predictability, to foster investment and also assist in their growth. I take this opportunity, therefore, to particularly substantial investment of US dollars 175 million over the next 5 years to expand its Kenyan. Has been a prominent corporate citizen of our country and Africa, growing as a brand manufacturing giant while serving as a partner in employment creation, economic development, and emergency response. Our partnership grow together. Today, we must sustain our engagement and collaboration to enable us face the challenges and seize opportunities together as partners. Let me again thank Coca-Cola for their Kenyan operation, what we can do together. And I want to assure you of the government of Kenya this journey, because you've been there for us when we needed you. We will be there for you when you need us. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, we just want to beg your indulgence for the signing ceremony.
Okay.
I know you're very strong. So take this opportunity to invite Honorable Rebecca Miano and Sunil Gupta and Alfred to the table for the official signing ceremony. The media, you'll be wondering what it is, and we'll be signing the Framework Collaboration Agreement. This agreement signing here today is just to reinforce our engagement with the government on policy consideration and in setting up a mango supply chain hub in Kenya, and also, as the president has said, is in collaboration of the circular economy for plastic waste in Kenya. Thank you. With that, as they're finalizing signing, I will invite Sunil and Honorable Mian to stand and exchange and shake hands on the agreement. Let me invite the president to the front and Alfred so that we can take that picture. That is the magic picture that we're looking for. Thank you very much. Mr. President, I will still beg for your indulgence because we have a special ceremony. This one is for you, I promise. Let me ask that Alfred and Honorable Miano can have a seat, and let me invite Sunil and Mr. President to go to the front, and Karen will come and explain just a small ceremony that we have for you. I know you will like this, Mr. President.
Your Excellency and distinguished guests and all of our Coca-Cola colleagues, we're very grateful for your presence at the Coca-Cola World headquarters today. And on behalf of the Coca-Cola system, we want to present you with a gift of appreciation that speaks to your passion for the economy. For the first time, a special Coca-Cola creation beverage has been developed by our teams across Africa, and it will soon be available around the world. Call this beverage Coca-Cola Woza Zero Sugar. Woza means join us in Zulu. It's a celebration of African creativity, inspired and inspiring, moving to its own rhythm. And the art on this special can, and that's in the art we're presenting to you, was developed by a Kenyan artist named Joy Rishu. Your Excellency, we are honored to present you framed art for Woza, signed by the artist, as well as one of the first cans produced in this limited edition collection. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. I think while we have the president, we know that if he goes to sit, that's it. Let me quickly invite the Coca-Cola leadership team to just take the final picture with His Excellency the President before we can call it an afternoon. Leila? Yes, sorry. Just vote of thanks. Number one, to all